This Road to Prosperity video is sponsored by Vandergraaf, the leader in the design and manufacturing of high-quality, premium efficiency conveyor belt drives. The Grizzly Drive drum motor is built to operate in harsh, dusty, abrasive, and extreme environments where performance and durability matter most.
As we were getting ready for this, you mentioned that you've had some conversations with some people in the industry about tariffs as well and kind of their thoughts on how everything's progressing.
Yeah, I did have an equipment manufacturer call me just to kind of gauge our coverage of tariffs here in 2025. As I think we've mentioned on the show more than once, Jack, it's kind of the term of the year. It's the year of the tariff. And, you know, we're sitting here in September and I think about our readers, the agri producers out there, and they, like you said in your remarks coming out of those interviews, they continue to grind and go to work and put material on the ground and cautiously optimistic because they know about tariffs. They know that they're a thing, but they're not necessarily feeling them in their everyday. But as we're starting to get into the point where we turn the corner on 2025 and look at 2026, and as we look at ConExpo, I think these tariffs are going to start to manifest into more tangible, real-world impacts that producers may not be fully absorbing or fully have wrapped their arms around at this point. And that was what this one particular equipment manufacturer who called me in the last couple of weeks, had shared was, he was just trying to get a sense of what the media is doing or what the trade media is doing with tariffs and just his impact or his impression is that there's going to be more meat on the bone, so to speak, for the impacts of these tariffs in the coming months. And I guess undoubtedly that means at the end of the day that prices are going to go up. We've been seeing that. We've been hearing that for several years, even unrelated to tariffs, Jack. But based on where tariffs are at this point here in September of 2025, and you're looking to start purchasing equipment, do your CapEx projects for 26, if you're a producer out there listening, probably start to wrap your mind around the idea that things are going to be up next year. I'm sure that you kind of understand that concept, but they may be up a little bit more than you anticipate. And if you're not talking to your dealers or you're not talking to your vendors right now, I mean, I would just encourage you to have those conversations so you can get a best sense of what's coming down the pike or what may be coming down the pike, because we're really, you could argue, at the early end of this whole tariffs development.
Yeah, and I think that goes back to what we've heard and seen a lot so far this year, and the exhibitor meeting is another great example where, again, it's not just the uncertainty about where we're at now, it's who knows what's coming in the next year, 2 years, 3 years as this administration kind of progresses in this path that it pretty much laid out and said it was going to do. So, I think it is certainly something that, either waiting for that other shoe to drop or just kind of waiting to see what else, how much further it goes. So, I'm glad that there's still some optimism among the industry that, that they'll be able to sort of navigate these challenges. And I have no doubt they will. I mean, some of the stuff this industry continues to go through is just astounding. So, but it's something we've heard about a ton even before tariffs, that, these, different price increases are manufacturers are finding ways to, eat what they can, pass as little as they can on to producers. Producers are trying to pass as little as they can on to their customers, and, dealers are in the mix as well, obviously. So, it's going to be, again, like you said, this year's kind of the year of the tariff. It's going to be interesting to see what 2026 is the year of, policy-wise.
Thank you to Vandergraaf for sponsoring this Road to Prosperity video. Visit vandergraaf.com to discover the cost-saving and safety benefits of the innovative Grizzly Drive drum motor. Learn how the Grizzly Drive reduces maintenance costs while delivering reliability and longevity for belt conveyors operating in the harshest of environments.